Can you imagine living in a world where all you see is trash? Trash all over your yards, in your streets, on your trees? And what about trash in the water you swim in? Trash is quickly taking over the world, and not just on land. There are over 5 trillion pieces of trash in our oceans, some of these pieces even dating back to the 1900s or earlier. This trash in the ocean is extremely toxic and torturous to not only marine life, but all life on Earth in numerous ways. Beginning in the 1970s, there were studies performed all over the world by scientists in order to prove that ocean pollution and debris are bad for the environment. As this theory was proven, the U.S. Congress began to pass bills and acts prohibiting the disposal of trash in the ocean. But these were disregarded by the public and failed due to the difficulty in enforcing them. This is one of the many reasons ocean pollution continues to multiply and damage the marine ecosystem today. The trash in the ocean is mainly made up of plastics, roughly 80% being littering from coastal beaches and recreation, and the other 20% coming from fishing supplies. Scientists believe that the pollution in the ocean will continue to rise due to human population growth. As the population gets larger, more trash is accumulated, resulting in more pollution being susceptible to being thrown away, dumped, or even swept into the ocean. In the end, however, the real issue concerning scientists is the photodegradation of plastics. This is when plastic breaks down due to the ultraviolet rays from the sun, and plastic pieces continue to linger in the ocean. When the ocean is very clear, you may see things that look like paint chips. However, they are really just tiny pieces of plastic that have been broken down due to photodegradation. Many of these minuscule plastic pieces travel to the deepest and emptiest parts of the ocean, where certain marine life such as plants and shrimp like to eat certain nutrients growing on the plastic. In addition to the shrimp and plants eating the nutrients, scientists have now found that microbial life, or diatoms, eat the nutrients and harvest light from the sun for energy. On the other hand, in the ocean there are eddies and gyres that create garbage patches. Garbage patches are described as a very thin soup of plastic and plankton, with one piece of plastic per square meter. Eddies are vortices that carry a large amount of energy, as well as plastic, which disrupt the ocean currents, in turn creating garbage patches. In addition to the eddies, ocean gyres are large-scale circulation patterns, and also create garbage patches due to the different circulations. When water reaches the middle of the gyre, it exits by flowing downwards. However, plastic does not, and instead it accumulates in the middle of the gyre, resulting in garbage patches. There are 5 main gyres worldwide, one in every ocean. 2 of the main environmental impacts that not only plastics, but ocean pollution in general creates is ingestion and entanglement. These impact the environment directly. Webb says, juvenile animals, in particular, often become entangled in plastic debris, which can result in serious injury as the animal grows, not to mention restriction of movement, preventing animals from properly feeding, and, in the case of mammals, breathing. Marine birds are particularly susceptible to ingestion of plastic objects that they mistake for food. Plastic ingested by these animals persists in the digestive system and can lead to decreased feeding stimuli, gastrointestinal blockage, decreased secretion of gastric enzymes, and decreased levels of steroid hormones, leading to reproduction problems. Marine pollution and debris affects the environment directly and indirectly. 2 of the ways it can affect the environment indirectly is first, the alteration of the environment, and secondly, the transfer of invasive species. In addition to those, pollution can also reduce the revenue made in tourism and fishing. If people are catching fish that is contaminated with harmful materials such as mercury, the people who consume the fish can get food poisoning and even die. When the ocean is being contaminated, the different chemicals needed to make humans and other life forms survive, such as oxygen, are being depleted, as the ocean accounts for over half of the oxygen in the world. In the end, There are solutions to reducing the amount of debris discarded into the ocean. The first step necessary is to inform and educate the public on the effects of polluting the ocean. In addition to that, informing the public on the necessity to stop littering the beaches is also important, as well as enforcing stricter laws regarding it. Third, we need to get rid of the waste on ships in a more efficient way. Lastly, there should be a decrease in plastic products being produced and an increase in biodegradable items being produced. If there are no plastic products being produced, the garbage patches are less likely to grow in size and the chances of entanglement and ingestion is slimmer. Once the entire ocean is filled with waste, the chances of animals and even humans surviving are very slim. Once again, the ocean produces a great deal of the world's oxygen, and without oxygen, nobody will be able to survive. Now is the time to fix things. Next time you're eating seafood, think about this. As scientists say, if oceans die, we all die.